these young people have done. And 4 years ago they started. After a year they got to decide what do they want to major in. We bribed them, we cajoled them, all this type of thing to get them to study. Your group of cadets is a very special group because when they came here, there were only 2 cadets that were studying abroad. We had a program where the cadets could go overseas for a week. Then some of them were lucky enough to go for 3 weeks, and another summer. Now, several in the room have been honored enough to go away for an entire semester. But it's what your cadets did while they're here to demonstrate to the nation we can really learn languages. They have the motivation, we have the method to help them get there. So the government has invested a great amount of money in the department, and it's because of their work. I'm very proud of this group. Some of them probably wouldn't believe that, the way I treat them in the classroom. And I'm very proud for what they have done, because of their accomplishments. The proposed plan is every foreign language major will have an opportunity to study abroad. Every foreign language major will be able to go for long, extended trips to study the language. And it's because of their performance that we've got this. So it is an honor of what they've done. I want you to hear today special things about them individually. I know it's hot, but you get to relax for a second. As soon as we're done here, we'll have a little mixer outside. You can talk to the faculty, but then you get on the treadmill. And if you've noticed, everything, or if you haven't figured out over the past 4 years, everything at West Point is uphill. So you're going to be walking up more hills to go to the next place, getting to some place really early. They're going to be really, really tired. So keep them under key. And Saturday after graduation, watch them real close. Don't let them go long distances because they are really tired, much more tired than they will expect. But now's the chance to relax and hear about what they've done. Saturday, you'll get to see them walk across the stage and for 2 seconds shake the president's hand. That's a cool moment for them. Half of them, I get to sit and watch them go across, half of them forget to shake the guy's hand. So I want all language majors to remember, I'm going to be sitting there and saying, shake his hand, shake his hand. So please shake the president's hand. Today would not be what it is without the support of some great donors. Len P. Adams, Jr. was a graduate here. His mom is here to present an award to the best student in Latin American Studies. Man, we greatly appreciate all you've done. I know this is a hard ceremony, but we're happy that you're here. She's brought with her Mark Johnson, a classmate of her son, who is also here. Another donor is a Major General retired Vern Lefke. General Lefke is one of the great benefactors of the department. And fluent in Spanish, Chinese, Russian, I don't know how many other languages, that will give the Vern Lefke Award, the Friendship Award. Dr. and Mr. O'Brien, we thank you very much for coming and representing General Lefke. We appreciate that. So many people give things to West Point in the form of buildings, in the form of monuments. That doesn't really come out and touch the cadets. What you have done does touch the cadets, and we'll see that today. So without further ado, please relax. Watch your cadet, they will go to sleep. With that, please.
We will now begin the presentation of awards for the class of 2006. The Brigadier General Sumner Willard Memorial Award for Excellence in Chinese was established in 1969 in honor of Brigadier General Morrison, Professor of Foreign Languages, from 1925 to 1948. The award has been renamed in honor of Brigadier General Sumner Willard, who was the department head of DFL from 1977 to 1980. The winner of this year's Brigadier General Sumner Memorial Award is Cadet Wei Yo.
Wade did something on the 4th day of cadet basic training, Beast Barracks. lyrics 4 years ago that hopefully he'll never regret. He put a little bubble on a form that said he not only wanted to take Chinese, but he wanted to start as a plebe. So he's done that for 4 years, and he's done it incredibly well, to the point that the East-West Center in Honolulu, Hawaii, has invited him to come for a 2-year master's degree, which he'll start in August. He's also been to Japan. I've been to China with him. He's an outstanding young man. He'll make an outstanding lieutenant, and he'll be speaking Chinese in the press.
The Brigadier General Charles P. Stone Award for Excellence in Arabic was established in honor of Brigadier General Stone, who served as the Chief of Staff of the Khedive Army of Egypt between 1864 and 1877. Presenting the award this year is Mr. Raja Shuel. And this year's award recipient is Cadet Michael Bode.
Not much I can say about my own children. You know, I mean, I have 2 boys, and you know, it's very difficult for me to say one is better than the other. They're all special. Mike is really very special. I was told by one instructor of Arabic 3 years ago, I'm sending you one from beginners that is really outstanding. Take care of him. When he walked into my office the first time, he wanted me to write him a letter in Arabic. And I ended up almost writing a love letter. He was corresponding with people in the Arabic world, and he did not study Arabic because it was fashionable the way it is today. He studied it to understand the culture in its deepest way. He traveled to Syria last year and to the Levant, where he really almost retraced the path of Sir Richard Burton or Lawrence of Arabia, I don't know, but he did phenomenal work, immersed himself in the culture, and it showed in his phenomenal work. It's really amazing. And again, like I said, I have 2 children. If they ever ask me, what do you want them to be? The best thing I could say, I want them to be like Mike Bode and the rest of the other kids that are here. Thank you.
The Friendship Fund was created in 1992 by Major General retired Bernard Lefke. Each year, the Friendship Fund makes it possible for 4th-year Russian and Chinese majors in the United States Military Academy to participate in an academic competition called the Friendship Award. Presenting the award for General Lefke today is Thomas O'Brien, the Dean of the Eisenberg School of Management and a friend of Brigadier General Lefke. Dr. O'Brien has been the Dean of the Eisenberg School at Amherst, University of Massachusetts, Amherst, since 1987. He came to Amherst from Harvard University, where he held a variety of positions from 1971 to 1987, including that of Financial Vice President. He received a PhD in Economics from Cornell University in 1969 and a Bachelor of Arts in Economics from Tufts in 1960. He served as an officer in the submarine service of the United States Navy from 1960 to 1964. At various times, Dr. O'Brien has been a faculty member at Brandeis University, a White House Fellow, Director of Research at the Boston Redevelopment Authority, and Director of the Office of State Planning and Management in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. O'Brien.
It's a great honor for me to be here today representing my friend Vern Lefke. Vern is a retired Major General. He was military attaché to Beijing. He was Army attaché to Russia. He was commander of the 82nd Airborne. And today he's a physician's assistant. When he retired from the Army, he sold his house in Washington to endow the fellowship, the award here today. And he went back to medical school, nurses training, became a physician's assistant. And he now travels around the world, going to some of the most dangerous and difficult places, trying to help people get better, particularly children. Vern is in China now, teaching with his son. When I met him last month, he was headed for Mexico to teach with a medical partner. And before that, he was in Darfur, and he showed us the pictures of the children he helped in Darfur. And he talked about the terrible problems there. And he said that the reason he was now a physician's assistant was that he decided he could make the world a better place more easily by trying to heal people than trying to kill them. Vern has endowed this award because he thinks it's essential for people to travel to other countries and learn their cultures. And he's particularly proud of his association with West Point. He's particularly proud of being able to find these great young cadets who are willing to travel to China, which is one of his objectives, and the other to Russia. He also sponsors Russian cadets and Chinese cadets to come to the United States. That's Vern's passion in life, along with healing children. The award comes from, if you haven't read the book, The Least Beastly, by Vern Lefke, I want to give it a little plug. It's the finest book on leadership I've ever read, and it represents Vern Lefke to the core. The book is dedicated to his squad, to one of his squadron, Sergeant Larry Morford. And Larry did not want to be in Vietnam. He did not want to fight in Vietnam. And Vern, who had led a battalion of Vietnamese Marines and then led an American battalion, asked Larry why he was there. And he said, war is a beastly thing. And in order for the world to become a really better place, it is the least beastly among us who must participate. So, in the spirit of Vern Lefke and his tremendous dedication to Larry Morford, it is my privilege to present the Friendship Award to Ray Octagon. Ray? He's been to Russia himself for 3 weeks, and he's going to use this award to go back. Ray, all the best.
General Lefke doesn't let you get away so easy for coming the distance. We wanted to make sure you had a small memento of coming today. This is to you, Dr. O'Brien, with great appreciation from West Point Vern Lefke.
Thank you very much.
So we also wanted to make sure I got you.
Wow.
The Friendship Fund, the Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Major Thomas O'Brien for supporting the Friendship Fund and its missions to foster lasting relationships between West Point cadets and their counterparts of the Soviet Union and China.
Thank you. Because I made a small gift. If you give $1 million to this award, you will become a sergeant. That's the way Vern has arranged it. Thank you.
The Captain Glenn P. Adams Award for Excellence in Latin American Studies was established in memory of Captain Glenn P. Adams, Jr., Use May class of 1984, who died in a helicopter crash in 1988 while serving his country. The award is given annually to the cadet who most emulates Captain Adams by excelling in the interdisciplinary coursework of Latin American studies, which include Spanish language, geography, history, economics, and political science courses. Here today to present the award is Captain Adams' mother, Mrs. Norma Luther.
After Bill was killed, we started getting money. And so we decided we'd try to do something with the money. Pretty soon, within a few weeks, we had around $5,000. We came to West Point and said, what can we do here that would help future cadets? So that's the way this award got started. Gosh, it's been, 17 years now, I think. But his dad and I take turns usually coming up to present it. But in 2004, I realized I had never written the eulogy or remembrance, whatever that you do for the tax art magazine. And so I decided that 2004 was going to be the year that I would get that done. And the only problem was I didn't have any contact with any of his friends from here or from anywhere else because Army people move around a lot. So anyhow, I called to West Point and I said, I need to find Mark Johnson. I have to proceed that way. About 6 years ago, I came up here with my daughter to do this, and I went over to the AOG into the remembrance room, and just looking through all the names of the people who had given to make this award possible. And there was one lone name on one page, and it was Mark Johnson, and it stuck in my brain. So whenever I was trying to find somebody that could work with me, I said, well, look on see where this Mark Johnson is. And lo and behold, I reached him on my first email because there were 4 Mark Johnsons. And I got information on all 4. I started out, have to reach the right one. So with Mark's help, I was able to do that remembrance, and it turned out really, really wonderfully well, and I'm so happy with it. And then I thought, well, the next time I come to do the award, I'm going to let Mark come, because I'm sure that he would have a lot more to say to you cadets than I would, because he was here. And he was actually a Portuguese student, as was Glenn. But if he'll come up now, he can say what he has to say, and then we'll present this award to Jacob Grady at that time.
Thank you. I'm Mark Johnson, class of #85. Glenn, of course, was '84. We were in the same company in F2. It is. I know he is looking down right now with a huge smile on his face, because the irony of me presenting an award related to excellence in foreign language. I did a few good things here, but academics wasn't one of them. Like some cadets, none in this room, I know. You try to get by, and in physics, you can kind of slide by if you write F equals MA on a piece of paper. You're halfway there. Foreign language is not one of those. And among all the things that I look back on in 4 years here, and to this day still joke about it with classmates, the thing that horrified and terrified me the most is when that Pete would ask a question in a language I didn't understand very well, and then he'd go, Kenichi Johnson. And so anyway, I'm thrilled to be here. I'll try to keep this real short. I came here for one reason, really, well, to honor Glenn, and also really just so the recipient, Jacob, and anyone else affiliated with the award can kind of put a face with a name, if you will. Glenn, he was just a super guy. He was obviously extremely talented in Portuguese. I first thought that this award was for excellence in Portuguese. And I said, well, that's awesome. That's Glenn. His nickname was Portuguese. Then when I found out it was for excellence in Latin American studies, I said, this is even better, because that really sums up Glenn much more completely than just proficiency in the language. Not to take away any of the other awards, because they're awesome as well. But the award that Jacob's winning, Glenn immersed himself in the culture. He visited Brazil on several occasions. He married a wonderful Brazilian woman named Andrea, who we were great friends with. He was a great cadet. He was not a straight, just study by the books cadet. In fact, I first met him, I was telling his mom last night. I got to F2, and we had a little bit better reputation then, or a worse reputation than I think the company does now. But I smelled popcorn coming out of the room across the hall. And back then, now you just throw in the microwave, I guess. But for us, that was kind of a big treat, and I kind of followed my nose, and that's how I met Glenn. But he helped a lot of us in '85 get through Portuguese. He was a great friend. He was a great officer. I had a chance to we were stationed near each other in Germany. I got to go flying with him once. Very dedicated, focused pilot. So I just want you, Jacob, to know that when you look up with pride and see that name on the award, that not only should you be very proud of your accomplishments, but also think a little bit about the future, because one of the biggest loss, I think, with Glenn, other than all the obvious ones, is that I really think he was destined to be more than just a pilot. He was destined to be a bridge between two cultures, and I helped write in his eulogy that he truly would have been a tremendous ambassador, either as an officer or as some other position from our country to Brazil. So, come on up.
Our next group of awards are the Military Reading Awards. These awards are presented to the outstanding students of their respective languages in the field of foreign military as a future soldier statesman. Your unique combination of language skills and cultural awareness will undoubtedly enhance the Army's ability to meet its worldwide requirements. As many of you know, many of our cadets are double majors and have conflicting ceremonies with other departments at this time. So as we will read all the names of scroll recipients, not every cadet will come forward to receive its scroll. Please hold your applause until all recipients from a language are called forward. Arabic scrolls will be presented by Mr. Rajesh Shwari and Major Aaron Merrill. The recipients are Cadets Philippe Bouzet, Joseph Davis, Alex D., Joseph Fennell, James Garrison, Abby Goschall, Diana Gross, Jeffrey Hecox, Miles Hidalgo, Fabian Gordon Holliday, Benjamin Johnston, Stuart Immel, Michael Mode, Raymond Bacchus, and Jay Oregon.
This doesn't look like much, but with this, they can get them into graduate school and they can come back and teach here.
I feel like Santa Claus, you know, that Arabic is difficult, and if you don't think so, try it sometime. The New York Times around 3 years ago said, so you want to learn Arabic? Have you gotten 10 years? They've done it in 2 and 3 years, some of them 4 years. I just want to thank, a special thank, the rotating military faculty who've done a great work with these.
Will be presented by Dr. Johannes Vazulik and Major Peter Rowell. The recipients are Cadets A.J. Bertone, Kimberly Betts, Kent De Benedictis, Matthew Delvaux, Luke Derdup, Jonathan Hagan, Jacob Jordan, A.J. Koss, Christopher Wood, and Tracy Sessions.
Real quick, just a couple of comments about these fine set of cadets here. What really impresses me most about them is the different skills and abilities that they've brought to the table here. Most of them have studied or spent some time working with the German military in Germany or with a German industry. Some of them have also spent time at the Foreign Military Academy in either Austria or Germany or even the Netherlands in some cases. Their branches that they've chosen are a good cross-section of what the military is all about, and from infantry to aviation, from military police to military intelligence, from medical service corps to the adjutants, general's corps, These guys are going to take their skills out with them out to the force. It's been a real pleasure working with them, and I wish them all the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege to publicly acknowledge your academic excellence. As you know, during the past 3 or 4 years, these exceptional cadets have studied the German language, German history, and German culture. Their coursework included a rigorous military topics course taught by our German liaison officer, Lieutenant Colonel Flöß. Their instructor in the advanced German media course and the senior capstone seminar was Major Rao. And they also had courses in literature, in history, and in culture with me, where we learned, laughed, and sometimes struggled together. EFL instructors challenged them academically, and they met all challenges with success. Their commitment to learning is truly exceptional. Before we already have the scrolls, so let me close with a German saying. It goes like this: Ende gut, alles gut. In other words, be proud of a job well done. Congratulations to your parents and to you.
Portuguese scrolls will be presented by Dr. Shayla Ackerman and Dr. Laura Vidler. The recipients are Cadets Kevin Britt, David Krieger, Lindsay Hankins, James Isaacson, Taylor Justice.
Smile! Oh shoot, I was shaking it. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. There, that's good. Sorry. So, when did you come in here? Did you notice the door? Here, close. Oh, Mom, open the door for us.
They put it on wrong. People pull it. Did you see how Tim initially tried to open it?
Tim, you were set up.
Don't be careful. This is all academic for the staff, like Sue, Jefferson. This is when we did our presentation. We did it up here in
Swift.
hall.
What was the presentation
For natural response to natural disasters.
Did you say you have to do that in German?
No.
Look at that. Yeah, the poop. Look at. This is what West Point is all about. Poop. Oh yeah, look down here. This is where we, freshman year, she used to be in these dorms right here. So we used to drive up there, drop off her laundry and her groceries, and she'd come down and grab them.
So do they eat the main meal, or they just have one meal?
They're required to eat lunch every day. Dinner they've got to eat twice, so there's specific days they have to be there for dinner. And breakfast, I think it's their call. They can skip it or go to it.
Chris.
That's where Wizard of Oz is filmed. The tower. Yeah, they used our tailor shop. You know our full dress uniforms. That's what the. You know the guy that.
Whoa. Got to zoom out. There's the zoom out button.
Oh, this is the Beat Navy tunnel. Have you seen this yet, Uncle Tim?
Yeah.
You guys gonna get to see a lot today? Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
There's so much to see in such a short time. So that's why I'm...
No, that one stops.
Hi, Kim. Hi,
Take
Heather.
a picture of Uncle Tim slapping. The hand. Turn around.
Yeah.
Right.
You got a camera. Take a camera. I'll take it.
Slap the hand, Uncle Tim. Slap it. Slap good.
Yay, don't worry. Beat Navy.
Ew, you can see the gut.
Hey, just looking to your my age.
Yeah, I'll have 8-pack by then.
Oh, hey, that red button's on.
I know.
Kegger, maybe?
I'm trying to think of anything out of my car.
So how's Aaron holding out?
I don't know. I haven't talked to her. Uh-huh.
28 years.
Yeah, that's a big boat. I don't like it. Going to Goodwill.
It's kind of weird. Everyone's dressed up and, you know, not doing anything yet.
You see my skin?
Did you put sunscreen on?
Oh, don't flick that
it's
stuff at me.
dirty. Lisa just woke up.
You've been sleeping all day?
Yeah.
There are some of the cannons over there.
June
There's
17th.
some over there.
Oh, Tim.
I couldn't do that. Kim, smells like you.
Now.
Part of the long gray line.
Yes.
That's one big gray line.
Tim, tell him your most memorable experiences.
Flooding in the hallway. I got mad at upperclassmen hazing me, so I put water I fill up trash buckets full of water cans, tilt against the doors, and called minutes at 2 in the morning. All you heard was a swoosh, swoosh.
Did you get caught?
No, I didn't get in trouble. Because they dumped ranch dressing in my shoes. And Prego on my bed.
What? What was that? Was that like when you were a sophomore?
No, it was when I was a freshman.
Oh, was that?
We were sophomores in the year?
No, the juniors.
Juniors. So,
There's that weird house. Oh, another one. And there's a car coming right at me.
That wasn't really hazing. That was me trying to tell you. When I was I used to, when I did beast, the only time I ever really hazed bad was beast. When I did got knee pads in summer. And we weren't allowed to drop No one saw Tim run into the fire hydrant. But,
Technical difficulty.
Park's way down there.
what did you
Look at that weirdo trying to get a ride from us, I bet. Wait, this is Heather. You'll find out when we play this on DVD or whatever.
They tried hazing me, didn't get too far.
Uncle Tim's trying to act like the tough guy again.
What did you get? What's that movie? We like movies.
What?
What's that movie?
Oh,
Or the deaf guy.
hey, what's with all the tea? What's with all the tea? Everything, there's no...
Green tea's antioxidants.
No, I mean, there's tea all over, just jugs of tea. You won't find apple juice or anything.
It's just here.
Mysterious
We
guy.
have a lot of South, a lot of Texas Southern people.
Really?
So what did you do for hazing someone?
Oh, so during Beast, what I would do, because we sort of had to, these people, I had to get them to work as a team, so I locked them in a room, and they had 3 minutes to tear apart a bed and run around the halls with the mattress and put the bed back together, and I should have been able to make sure there was nothing wrong, like, you mean tight, square corners?
Yep.
And so I yelled at them for a little bit with that one, and then...
You must have had it easy then.
Oh, they'll go away.
Stop pulling off yourself.
Listen,
And then, let's see, what else did I do? One time I tore a guy up because he was like looking around. I saw him looking at me. I'm like, what are you looking at? You think I'm cute or something? I don't want your eyes on me. Look straight forward. And then what else? I'd make people write letters home to my mom and dad if they were doing something.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Why they didn't want to listen to me. Why they...
What? You had to write back home to the parents?
No, I made them write to my mom and dad.
Yep. I'm sorry I disrespected your daughter.
Yeah.
Wow. There's Dad. A big man of hate. On the road again. Keep on driving down the road again. La, 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 la. Who's that handsome man in the window? It's me! There's Papa.
Look at the yogurt.
So red. Like a, what are those things called? Like a pepper. Ready to explode. There's like Tim. The big butt, Megan butt. You're gonna hear that. Shoot.
Dad, watch the thing.
Yeah, I see it. I see what's going behind it.
I'm rubbing the skin off. You want to go to Hacienda for dinner?
Thank you. No.
If it's quick, I don't care. Right down 9 here, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not.
Slicker is a little moist. Easy to chew.
How these women wear these high-heeled shoes, I'll never know.
That's what I would.
And they walk around and... Yeah, but they won't have back problems.
Most of them are blonde, so.
Yeah. Here, my schedule, I always knew where my time was going to take place. Like I had a structured schedule. I never had free time.
How's Trey doing? Is he getting out?
I don't know. Call him up. What? Sorry? Yeah, that's why I started. I don't know. There's that statue. The Polish engineer who designed West Point. Ben Wilder with them. That's funny. Oh, you need to watch that. Hey, where are you? Where are you? No luck yet?
There's the church. Big and
Has anyone been able to get
churchy
up
like. There's a fence blocking my view of the church. Big and annoying like. And there's a bunch of cars. And driving back to the hotel. And there's a person.
Tell Trey I'll meet him at the airport with a beer.
Dad's gonna meet you at the airport with a beer.
Dad's gonna drive drunk to get
My
Trey.
dad said he'd meet you at the airport with a beer. The boys club will be there. He'll pick you up.
Yep,
Yeah,
I'll have a
remember
beer
Tim,
too.
Tim and Dad. Trey, I think where did your family at? I took them walking all over the place.
Lisa made some of
We're
them
gonna
lose
go
weight.
grab somebody at Hacienda, go back to the hotel, let them change, and relax their feet, and then come back in the backyard and nap. I'm so tired.
Licorice.
I got my rock stars right here. Oh, it was good. I got a scroll for the German award. I wasn't expecting it. AJ got the best German person. It's just like a certificate. It's nothing. It's not crazy. You know what else? Okay, you're right. Colonel Parks is so funny. He's talking to every single person he sees. Colonel Parks is so funny. He's talking to every single person he sees. So, when's the next one being out there? Sorry. But are you on first when we're in standby list? Where are you?
Big houses over there.
Yeah, one way up there on the hill.
Oh yeah, so there's the Wizard of Oz movie going on. Wizard of Oz 2, Revenge of the Monkeys. Hot girl. Sorry about that, people.
How can more people get on standby when you've been waiting longer?
Ah, it's a hurricane!
Yeah, don't fix my batteries.
I'm not, I want to see the protesters. I love the young protesters here.
Not till Saturday.
Okay. Bye-bye.
After 3 months. Wait. Some time here.
Let's face them. Let's face them. Remind them. Can you get a few shots of